Hello, everybody.
Hey, how you all doing? Welcome
I was supposed
to
to
the
interview Luke today, but uh, it didn't work out as well because he had a personal emergency. So,
Luke, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, is in the on his way to the hospital. So anybody that wants to send him prayers and good vibes, send it to Luke Hickam. Hickman rather. He needs that. In the meantime, I'll tell you what. See what I've got down here. Don't have it. Oh no. Okay. Well, in the meantime, welcome to what do we call it? The inaugural edition, the inaugural episode of the Flaming Axe, a
yeah,
Talking Time with Caffeine podcast.
season 8, episode 35.
Okay, so this is Lamont Stewart. Y'all know him. Hi, I'm Bradley Bergman. I'm the CEO of Vendetta Records here in Dayton, Ohio. We had planned to get one of our artists out, but unfortunately, he's battling some issues, so he's not able to make it in. Um, so in the meantime, you got me. So what I'd like right now, if any of you out there on the internet are musically inclined, or if you have any stories you'd like to share about your favorite songs or your favorite artist, or if anybody has anything at all like that memories of going to a concert maybe or a show,
Oh,
anything. If anyone wants to say anything at all, now this is an open switchboard, and we are looking for anybody right now to watch and jump in and say anything they want.
well, I have one.
Yeah, go for it.
A few years ago, I tried to do a little segment on my channel called "Singing Christmas Songs Badly," back in December. So I sang Christmas songs. I don't know if I purposely sang them badly, but I thought I was a bad singer. So I sang Christmas songs, and halfway during it, my voice gave out.
Oh well, that one, you accomplished the title.
And I really couldn't talk. Apparently, I don't know if it was my laryngitis, but whatever. But I got a strep throat, and couldn't talk or breathe for like 3 weeks.
Sure, I understand. Um, so if any of my friends that watch this stuff, if any of you are out there, if you want to be a guest on the show, send us a comment. We're looking for right now for people that want to comment, that want to call in, or be put on the show live. We'll shoot you a link through Messenger and see if you want to be on. This is just fun. This is something that we do for fun to promote local music in the Dayton, Ohio area. Let me see if I can invite somebody. I'm going to switch screens here real quick. Go to Messenger here. And let's see if I can pull up anybody we would want to invite that I know. Let's just see here. I gotta wait for this to load. Sometimes it's a little slow. Um,
So, uh, as we're waiting, what are you, do you have any plans for your own music in the near future?
oh, you mean like Johnny Rockstar stuff?
Yes.
Oh my god. You know what? A freaking spider's dropping down on me. I don't even know where he came from. Okay. We'll give Brian, I'm going to give one of my buddies from a while back a open invitation. Let's see. Okay, I sent him a link, so we'll see if he does it. But yeah, well, actually, yeah. So I don't know if many of you guys know this out there, but in addition to the stinker and all the jaded light stuff that we did, I also went ahead and did a lot of solo stuff. I actually I assume the stage persona when I play of the name of Johnny Rockstar or Jonathan William Rockstar. And Jonathan William
With
Rockstar
two
went out
R's.
with two R's at the end of Rockstar. So it's Rockstar. Anyways, Johnny Rockstar, I went out and I did several solo albums. One of the last solo albums I did is I did just released an album here not long ago at all. It's actually on the Vendetta Music One SoundCloud page and on our Audio Mac streaming platform. There's an album you can stream right now that I released that's called Murder Was the Case, and I released it just in time for Halloween. Um, I did this whole skit in the beginning where I talk like a psycho killer, and it's really cool when I had like other actors and stuff get involved with it, and there's power drills and all sorts of creepy crap going on, and screams, and it'll definitely enlighten you. I definitely went dark on that one, but people really like that stuff for some reason. I mean, come on, look at heavy metal for crying out loud. Some of the other stuff I've done a number of years ago, my album before that, I did one right at the start of the pandemic. It's called the Wrath of God, and the entire album was taken. What I did is I found local newscasts and got sound clips and put everything together to make like a sound montage, if you will, of different things that happen, and the whole album crescendos with a song called the COVID-19 Blues, which is a spin off of the Who's Summertime Blues. I did a whole bunch of different shows. One of my other cool albums I did is actually a couple of not too long ago, a couple of months ago. I did a all instrumental album. It's called Johnny Rockstar's Opus of the Instrumental Kind. That one happens to be available on Amazon. You can actually buy the CD.
I remember two other band names you had. One apparently was called Money.
Oh yes. That's before we actually ever hit it and made it anywhere. You know, you go through a million bands before you actually kind of hit pay dirt.
And then the other one I think was named after a plane or something. TU-144.
TU-144 was my project after the Jaded Lights kind of fell apart. So TU-144 was me and John Reese and Brian Perky. And we named ourselves after there was the Russians back during the Cold War. They built a Russian copy. It looks almost identical to the British Concorde. It was called the TU-144, and we said we're going to send our band and make this band be supersonic. So the slogan with TU-144 was rock and roll with lots of soul, and that was actually a pretty cool album. My favorite album I did all the vocals on that, and I did all the rhythm guitar. I did some lead guitar work in that. But the coolest thing about that is we released a big 14-track album called Opus of the Instrumental Kind. Again, that's also available on the Vendetta Music One, SoundCloud, and Audio Mac pages. You can listen to all of it. But we did. That's where I really pushed myself instrumentally. I wanted to see, and vocally and in the studio, I pushed myself farther with that than anything I've ever done. We did one song called When Hearts Get Killed, and the chorus on that song, what a lot of people don't know is, like, if you're listening to something on the radio and it sounds very thick and very, very stereo, like it's really good and a big thick sound, like, or it sounds like there might be reverb in it. In order to achieve that sound, you don't just sing into a mic and then they magically apply effects and it makes it sound cool. If you want something to be radio playable or to be big, you layer tracks and you sing over top of yourself, and you do this over and over and over again. And one vocal that sounds like it has reverb isn't just one track. It might be 15 tracks of the same singing over top yourself over and over again, and then thickening it up and adding real subtle little differences, and that's what brings the tracks out. And that was my first foray into that. Everything else up until that point that I had recorded, like with the Jaded Lights, the original stuff that we did, I did on a 16 track, but we would do like one track for one guitar, one track for one bass guitar, one track for a vocal, and we never got into layering because I didn't know how to do that. So by the time I was doing stuff with TU-144, my education as far as recording inside a studio, as far as techniques that I use, totally I became a much better studio musician, and that's kind of what we wanted to do. I wanted to make it not necessarily radio playable, but I wanted to make it a bigger sounding album than anything I'd ever attempted before, and that's kind of what we succeeded in doing.
Yeah, I remember something. Was there a fifth band that we were part of that played at your birthday 21st birthday party or 22nd birthday party?
Mm,
That Stinker?
we were trying, back then we were trying to do Stinker, but before we were
Okay.
Stinker, we were Stranglehold. Yeah, we were Stranglehold. That's when we
Okay.
had Adam Lias, and Adam Lias was going to play lead guitar with us, and that never really, it was me, Brian, and Adam, and it never really turned into much. And then all that separated, and then Brian and I started playing out, and I don't know how we met him, but we met Glenn, and I'm trying to remember how we met Glenn. I'm trying to think about that, but Glenn Hoover, anyways, came in.
So basically, it's been you and Brian pretty much on all the bands that you've been in
Brian and
so
I
far.
were always the head Indian chiefs. Yeah, that's how that went. But what we did is we eventually discovered Glenn Hoover, and Glenn was just a phenomenal piano player. Glenn is just naturally gifted. Some people are like that. You'll meet as you go on these musical journeys. You'll meet all sorts of different people, but it's very rare that you'll find somebody who, if they have the level of talent that Glenn has, that's not totally full of themselves, and has like a really big ego or thing. And Glenn never ever had that.
And
So
we had good, and he let us use his place as a practice.
yeah, that's exactly what we did. We used to go over there and he'd put his earmuffs on and we would just like jam.
And I just
And
started, and I just
yeah,
started snapping
and
pictures.
Glenn's neighbor was Vic Truman, and Vic Truman's son-in-law was Tommy, who later on became Tommy Comet, who became our lead guitar player, and Tommy knew Danny Becker, who became the bass player of Stinker, and the rest was history. We had a full 5-piece outfit. I remember we spent over a year practicing the same songs over and over and over until we could play them inside out and backwards. We had we had plans that if we broke a string, this guitar would be used on this song, and I mean all this, and we kind of put it all together, and we really seriously busted our butt. And then it was we weren't even promised a gig. It was like, well, we're going to play bunkers. Well, what do you mean? You don't have material? Well, here's a demo tape of our stuff, and we're gonna bring a crowd. And they didn't think that we were going to do that. But I'll tell you the fun thing. I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember all the flyers we put all over at the old at where the old Living Word Church, where the Living Word Church is now? That used to be a Kroger's. Well, anyways, Tommy and Brian and I got a bunch of hot pink flyers, and we put them on every single car at Kroger's 2 weeks
Nice.
before the show.
Yeah,
And then every single windshield wiper up and down National Road, stapling these flyers on every single telephone pole that didn't have
nice.
something on it. And that is the kind of dedication it takes to do that. But I'll tell you what, that bunker show, man, that was off the chain. You were there for that, and that show was absolutely off the chain for being a first run and to have that much success. We still have the record because the funny thing is, I love Eric Girardi. Eric Girardi, just to let you know, you're one of the musicians that I look up to because of the way you conduct your business. And let me tell you something. One of my greatest success stories is saying the week after your band played Bunkers, we played and we brought a bigger tilt in for the bar than even the Eric Girardi band did, and that should tell you something. And that's when we knew we had something special, and we just kind of kept pushing it. Then after that, we played the Chase Lounge there. I think he got hit by a tornado a couple of years ago. Um, and before we played, and after we played the Chase Lounge, we did a benefit for the American Cancer Society. We actually played on the back of a semi trailer, and it was a really cool show. But I mean, we played all over and did all sorts of gigs, but I miss it.
Huh.
I terribly miss it. The only bad thing about it, and the reason why I don't play out like I used to play out, is I'm one of these guys. I like to be in control, and I like to have creative vision, and I can never do anything half-assed. I can't go
Mhm.
into something and say, oh, I'm only going to put this much into a show. It's not like that. I put everything I have into it, and I get like tunnel vision, and all I think about is the show and what I'm going to do to make it be phenomenal, and then I execute on everything.
I,
And that's kind of the reason why I don't play live shows anymore. It's just it's too much for me to do that. I can tell you, for those of you that don't go out and don't play live shows and don't play live music or have never been a privy or never had the opportunity to go play a live show, let me tell you right now, that is by far the most physically and mentally demanding 3 hours you will spend in your life. And what a lot of people don't know is You'll go out there. You have to do sound check because you don't just show up to these places and play. You have to bring all this equipment with you. So you end up leaving at 2 o'clock in the afternoon from wherever the equipment goes.
And we
Then
had
you
to
start
unload it all. I remember we had to unload it all ourselves.
had to unload it, put up the speakers, sound check everything. You didn't want anything to be too loud or too quiet. Then you have to give it a couple of dry runs and make sure that there's like not mic cables that people can trip over. So you have to duct tape all that crap down to the carpet. Then you get ready and then you set up and you play the show. Well, the thing is the show's not for 3 or 4 more hours. So in the meantime, you're just sitting around doing whatever, trying to make light of everything. Then it comes time to play the show, and then you have to play for 3 hours. Now, back in the day when we were doing this was before they had the smoking ban in the bars in the state of Ohio. So I would sing for
Oh yeah.
straight in a smoke-filled bar. You want to talk about not being able to talk or sing afterwards? My voice was shot. It wasn't that I was drinking or smoking or anything. It's
Oh,
just all the other smoke in the room. It gets to your vocal cords.
oh. But
Then
then you were like me, who was drinking. So I was taking pictures, and realized my battery's about to die. So after having like a beer or two, having to go walk down to Kroger's to get new batteries for my camera, and
yeah,
back again that day.
yeah, it was crazy. Those were the days. That was the best. Like you've heard the Napoleon Dynamite story, the whole Uncle Rico. If Coach would have put me in, I'd take us all the way to state. Well, I can tell you right now, with my band, had I not gotten married, I would have taken us to state. But I had to slow down. It was just too crazy. I had a great time. Don't get me wrong, but it was just too crazy. There was
So
just too much stuff,
so
and people
personal.
have no idea about
Yeah.
how hard it is and how challenging it is in order to pull everything off.
So personal question for you: Are any
Sure.
of your two kids gonna following you in your band
I don't know.
footsteps?
My youngest son Jack can actually play some guitar stuff that I wouldn't even attempt. He's very ambidextrous. He's got very good fine motor skills in his hands, and he's also the athlete in the family. I have no athletic ability of mine. You know that. I've showed you that. But my son Jack is the exact opposite. He's an athletic freak. He's gifted, and I love him. Maybe if anyone were to pick it up, it would be him. I could see him maybe playing lead guitar in another outfit. And the day that any of my kids comes up to me and they say, "Dad, we want to start a rock band," I swear to God, I will have T-shirts printed for all of them. I will be at every single show. I will support them 110% because that's what they need, and I think it's just an experience. I wouldn't trade the memories of playing out. I wouldn't trade that for anything. That was the most awesome experience of my life doing that.
Yeah, I remember you and me spending lots of time at this music pawn shop down in Dayton a lot of times.
Oh, you mean the drinking gourd? Only the best guitar store in the entire city of Dayton? Yeah. I miss John and Rich. If you guys are watching, thank you for tuning in. We really miss the drinking gourd. I wish there was a good luthier around, someone who could adjust the action in some of my guitars now. That's what I miss. I just miss the individual service, and I miss spending time with Rich and John. And I took lessons from Rich for a real long time to get my chops up to speed. And I miss all that. I totally miss it. I'll tell you what, if we can get a few more viewers on this show tonight, and thank you everyone for watching, but if we can get some comments, I got some guitars behind me. I can play some of my acoustic stuff tonight. If we can get some viewers in here that would like to hear it. All we need are some comments. People comment, and Bradley will pick up the guitar. That's right, a guitar, and I will play some of my original stuff to show people that yes, I actually can write and I can actually play music. It looks like we had a viewer, then they disappeared.
I guess they were shy.
Yeah, they're shy. We got to get some more people out here. I would love though to play something live for somebody. So someone requests something off the Johnny Rockstar Jaded Light / Stinker catalog, I can play it.
Stand by me. Stand with me.
Stand with you. Want to hear Stand with me? Okay. Well, here's the deal. I'll play it, but I'm not doing the harmonica because I can't wear the harmonica around my neck and play guitar at the same time anymore. But I can play it without the harmonica if you want to hear it. I'll do it right now.
All right.
All right. Give me a second. Hold on.
Got the full screen for you.
here a little bit. Can we still hear me pretty good? It sounds like it, right?
Yes, I'm muting my mic so it could be all you, man, all you.
Right. Okay, so so Johnny Rockstar, for those of you that haven't ever seen me play, Jacob Wetzel, if you're out there, any of you guys that haven't seen me play, I'm going to play tonight. So let's enjoy this. So this first song, per request by Lamont, is something I wrote a long time ago. It's called Stand With Me, and I'm going to see if I can remember it, but this used to be our opening number, a stinker. I wake up every day, I watch the sunrise, and I'm thinking of getting a ship with you by my side. Oh, I feel so warm and so fuzzy inside. Remember the hard times, but we cherish the good times. My mother used to say that we were new beings, and I always used to say what would be and should be, because I love the warmth I feel in your hands, and baby, you got to stand by your man. I love you, you love me, well, I compliment you, you complete me, you are my soulmate, I am yours too. Together, baby, there's not a damn thing we can do. Some people's words try to tear us apart, and there ain't nothing worse than a broken heart. I will need buckets for you every day if you listen to what I have to say. Talk is cheap and actions speak volumes. People are cold, they're cruel-hearted, and I act like my words, and I know the retarded. So let's couple them off with the rock they crawl out from his skin. By me where I'll stand. By you, and if you trust me, well, I would never think to lie to you. If you care for me, I will love you. And so you got to stand by me. You gotta stand by a man. I love you, and you love me. When I compliment you, and you complete me. We're destined to be together, baby. And I love you because, well, you're my lady. And I'll fight for you, baby. And I'll burn and pillage for you, baby. You're my best friend, and you're quite a lady, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. All right, here, let's do one more. This one is one I wrote
Okay.
a long time ago. Now, if you watch a lot of rock and roll movies, I'll give you a good example. The movie Rockstar that had, oh, what was his name? Oh, come on, the guy that owns the Whataburgers.
Brad Pitt.
Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg was in that.
Mark
Okay.
Wahlberg.
So, anyways,
I saw that movie. I saw that movie with you and your younger sister.
There you go.
You and younger sister.
Okay. So, anyways, he's this kid that comes out of nowhere and is a huge fan of his fantasy band called Steel Dragon, and he somehow magically becomes a singer of Steel Dragon, and all this crap happens. Well, along the way, he has a band, a cover band, and they have to fight off some other cover bands for turf or whatever. And there's like all these battles. Well, when I was younger, there used to be this band that I used to follow in Dayton really, really close. They were called Blue Karma, and they're great guys. Let me make this very clear. Blue Karma are excellent guys. I went all the way to New York City with them when they played CBGBs. I'm a huge Blue Karma fan, always have been. But there were times when I was first, trying to get my band together, and they kind of throw shade at us, and it used to really irritate me. So I wrote this song about them called Bad Karma. Now, what Bad Karma is it is me writing a response to them, mocking them. I didn't mean it in a bad way. It's just that they would say stuff that would irritate me, and then I would say stuff to irritate them, and it went back and forth. It was all in good fun though. And looking back on it, those guys are great, and I'd do anything for any of them. But anyways, here's the song "Bad Karma." This was the first song we did, the J Lights, and then I've redone it a couple times with piano and other instruments. But I'm gonna do it tonight acoustically. A lot of people like listening to this song. It's one of my stronger songs that I wrote from the catalog wise. There's a lot more chords in this one. So this is Bad Karma.
Okay.
And please feel free to leave comments and let us know how you feel and subscribe and thank you for all the support. Okay, here we go. I'm growing anxious, I'm sick of the road. This life isn't easy and I wanna go home. The 200 cities, the 200 days. I feel like a sucker cause I couldn't help fate. I was misguided by visions of fame. They promised me riches but they ruined my name. I settled out for rainbows but I've sold out my soul. I'm dangling like a hangman at the end of this rope. And I say, hey, why can't I wake up? No more bad karma or I'll come undone. Noise, it's all we can make. Right from this heart, so easy to fake. We're the egomaniacs of society. For everybody, you have to pay us money to be your friend. If we don't get enough, well then our friendship it ends. Now, don't you know, it's lack of respect we call our show. Burn, that's what we'll do. We're gonna roast to hell just for you. Hey, why can't I wake up? No more bad karma or I'll come undone. Noise, sweet noise, it's all we can make. Right from this song so easy to fake. hidden dreams. We lie about our talents to make ourselves free. Now, don't you know you can't mess with us, cause we're back to the bone. They think we're better than every band. Bring it on, you freaks, we're gonna kick your can. On to the next one, move it on to the next, man, move it on to the next one, move it on to the next one, move it on to the next, man, move it on to the next one, move it on to the next, man, move it on. Hey, well, thank you. That's bad karma. I like to write. It's fun. Okay, so look, I'm a creative. I'm a creative disaster piece, as I like to call it. But thank you all for tuning in. Some more Johnny Rockstar stuff's out there on the horizon. I'll never stop writing, so there's always gonna be more material. Um, uh, any of you guys that were at the Bunkers show, we'd love to hear from you. Leave some comments too. We remember that's been 20 years, but who knows? Maybe something will happen. Maybe we'll get Perky on here. Who knows? Crazy there are things that happen.
Oh yeah. So.
But either way, I just wanted to say thank you for all of the support. It means everything.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was requested. I remember. I was no. I think you sang. Did you sing as a finale song? I think it was maybe. I forget if it was finale or not. On that Bunkers show, I think you sang the Ohio State song.
Oh, we did Hang On Sloopy a bunch. That was a regular, and then we did. What else did we do? Oh, we did "Rock in the Free World" by Neil Young. That was a huge cover that we did. We turned that 5-minute song into like a 30-minute anthem. It was pretty cool. That's what we were gonna do. We'd pull a guitar solo out. Tommy start playing the guitar behind his back and with his teeth and stuff. It was really cool. It rocked. That song had a great solo in it. I can play Free World. If you don't want to hear some Neil Young, I'm taking a request right now. Johnny Rockstar, AIE, Bradley Bergman. I'm taking requests, so if you're out there and if you want to hear a song, throw it at me and I'll see what I can do.
Back in our 20s when our bodies were more flexible.
Yeah, I'm going to move this mic back a little bit so it doesn't feedback as much. I think that sounds a little bit better, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so check this out. Let's see if I can remember how to do Free Roll. It's been a while. How many people here want to hear... How many people here want to hear "Rockin' in the Free World" by Neil Young? Because I'm going to do a cover. I do not own the rights to this music, by the way. So Facebook, YouTube, I don't own the rights to Neil Young's greatest song. However, I'm going to play it because it's a common theme and a lot of people can get behind it. So for those of you that are stuck at home right now and want to hear some good music just to get yourself going and to support some causes and to do some good stuff, this is where local music starts. So here we go. This is "Rockin' the Free World" by Neil Young. I don't know. I'm not going to do the guitar solo because I'm not going to lead player, but I will do everything else. So here we go. There's colors on the street, red, white, and blue. People sleeping in their street. People sleeping in their shoes, yeah. There's a warning sign on the road ahead. There's a lot of people saying we'd be better off dead. Gotta feel like Satan, but I am to them. So I gotta keep it living in a way that I can. Keep on rocking in the free world. The other night, with a baby in her hands now, near an old street light, near a garbage can, yeah. Now she put this kid away, she's gonna get a hit. She hates her life and what she's done to it. That's one more kid that'll never go to school, never get that blues and love, never get to be cool. Keep on rocking in the free world. 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 There's 1,000 points of light for the homeless man. There's a kinder, gentler machine gun hand. There's department stores and toilet paper, styrofoam boxes for the ozone layer. There's a man of the people says keep hope alive. We got fuel to burn, we got roads to drive. Keep on rocking in the free world. 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 Rocking in the free world. Thank you. All right. I did pretty good there until I dropped my pick. I was eating Lee's famous recipe, and of course my fingers are greasy from eating chicken, and then of course I have to drop my pick, but that's okay. It's all good.
Chicken.
So, any other requests out there?
I'm
any
hungry
other
now.
live people? Any other questions? It's been the longest episode we've done yet. We went for 40 minutes, Lamont. I'm pretty good. We got a new record here.
Yeah, well my record is 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we're not going to go 3.5 hours, but we definitely made it a record for us. So, okay, at this point in time, I'd like to tell everybody thank you for all the support. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We adore anybody who wants to get on here to share local musicians and support local music. If you're in a band, if you want to be broadcast all over YouTube and all over Facebook, we're the place to do it. We have all the social media handles under the hashtag Vendetta Music 1.
And I'd like to say, coming up this Tuesday, I am talking with Alicia
from Gators Join Up in Canton, Ohio.
Yes, talking about her. She's scheduling people to perform there. Then next Saturday, I'm talking with some friends on Discord about about not music related, but still they're talking about their favorite couple from a video game, Nigiri. And then next Tuesday at 6 p.m. we talking of Smash Adams.
Hey, Smash Adams will be back. He's ready to go. I know that guy. That cat can play. He's working on some stuff to get himself better. I threw this together last minute. Haven't played in front of anybody in a real long time, so hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, I'm sorry for the suffering.
So any artists out there that want a spot, you better hurry. They're filling up fast.
Everything's filling up quick. We got a lot going on here. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it. Support. The Talking Time with Caffeine. Lamont does a great job with his podcast. And thank you anybody else that wanted to check us out. We appreciate everything. And thanks for having me on the Flaming Axe as your first edition person. We're going to hopefully get some more people. I think I'm trying to get Josh Webb lined up as well. And got a couple other acoustic people in the area. Luke Hickam, when he gets better, we'll bring him on. And everyone, thank you again for all the prayers and support for Luke Hickam. That guy works his butt off. He's always in the studio doing stuff. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't realize how hard that is because, people come in and they think, oh, the studio is great. And they think, like, you can just show up and magically make somebody sound good. In all actuality, if you don't get the levels adjusted perfectly and everything right, it doesn't turn out perfect. So, you have to have the talent first, and then you have to create everything, and then you have if it's a big band and there's like 6 guys, you have 6 different people telling you how to adjust the music to make it sound good. And
yeah, especially if we're doing it ourselves. We're not like a professional studio having everyone do this for us. A guy in the back doing this for us.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing this all from home, so and we're doing our own thing. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We appreciate all the good vibes, and that's it, guys. We'll see you around. Thank you. Make sure you support Lamont at Vandalia 1998. Lamont, why don't you zoom in here a little bit on you? That way we can show everybody your handle here. There we go, Vandalia 1998. That's his handle. You can also check out his podcast all over YouTube called Talking Time with Caffeine. Thank you, Lamont, for helping me get this launched.
Yep, it's in its 8th year now, so check it out. Yeah. And as I always say, never stop learning and enjoy the randomness. I'll see you next time. Bye.
All right, thanks.